Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today we are going to be doing two looks with the Nomad Cosmetics Whistler Snow Lodge palette. Now this is a bit of an older palette. It was the brand's first release in 2022 actually, but I personally just picked it up on their Black Friday sale a couple of months ago in November. And the whole reason I thought that I wanted to do some looks for you guys with this is the fact that Nomad posted January 6th a few weeks ago that they're actually going to be discontinuing this one as soon as it sells out. They estimated at that time that they thought they had about 3 months left, so you know, if their guess was right, they might have close to now about 2 months left on this one before they're not restocking it when it sells out. So if you're considering this palette, or if you already have it, here are some looks to inspire you. I really had a lot of fun with this palette. I actually liked this one more than the America's Parks ones that I did a video with a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, I'll link my Black Friday haul too if you haven't seen it. I got a bunch of palettes from Nomad, so if there's anything that you're interested, let me know. Nomad said that, of course, the America's Parks palette, they're also discontinuing. They just put out a new launch, so check out their Instagram if you're interested in that. And all their other palettes are in stock and not expected to run out in the next 6 to 12 months. So I'm sure they'll update us on the other palettes as we get closer to that timeline. But yeah, for today, here is the Whistler Snow Lodge. I'm really happy about this one. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's go ahead and get into the first look. Before we do get that first look going here though, if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I upload twice a week. It's totally free to subscribe, and I am, at least as of today, 1 subscriber away from 500 subscribers. I'll be doing my next giveaway then. Wes will come back on the channel. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be really great and fun, so I hope you will subscribe and stick around for that. And if you are already subscribed, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out in the wild YouTube algorithm. So without any more rambling on, here's the first look. Alright guys, so for this first look, I think I want to go into some of the blues here. I'm using this shade in the second row, so maybe more of like this more deep metallic blue. And I think I want to go with gold, like a blue gold moment. That sounds good to me. So I already have primed my eyelids. I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. That's just what I have on hand and what I've been using recently. And I'm going to take Snow Bunny, this lighter blue with the super cute little bunny wearing the ski mask embossing, and I'm just gonna lightly start to put this in the crease kind of as my transition shade here. And I've learned from testing this palette out a bit that you should go lightly with these little shades that look pastel. You'll see in look 2 I realized that with the green. You can definitely build them up if you want like that color very opaquely on the lid, but I just want to use it as a light transition. So I'm really not going in very heavily at all and just taking my time, just slowly building to make sure I get a nice smooth light transition here. Nothing too crazy opaque yet at this point. That was a Morphe M441, by the way, just in case you're curious here. So next up on a Morphe JS6, I'm going to go in with For Fox Sake, which is this little brown one. And I'm just going to put that kind of on the outer portion, create somewhat of a wing shape to begin with. And that one has a little fox with the ski mask for the embossing. Very cute. I'm not going to totally mix like the two shades because, you know, one's kind of reddish brown and one is a blue, and I don't want things to get too like muddy or weird between the two shades. But I wanted some sort of neutral shade here kind of by my lash line because I am planning on doing in the front portion of the eye the gold, and I thought the warm tone would kind of anchor in the gold shimmer, and then the blue matte will hopefully kind of anchor in the deeper blue metallic. And I am taking a Morphe M560 and I'm going to use Nomad, this like deep matte navy. I love a deep matte navy, and I'm going to take that just right along the lash line, like just on the outer portion right here on both sides, of course. I really like how that navy blue kind of contrasts with the like reddish brown right above it. What do you guys think? Next up, I'm putting just a little bit of Ulta Glitter Primer on my eye here, kind of in the middle. And I'm doing that with a flat Cliona brush. Honestly, I could just kind of leave it like this matte, you know, the blue, the reddish brown, and then a darker navy. That would be kind of a cool look just like that, I think, with some mascara. But of course, we're gonna try out more shades. I'm gonna take Black Comb, which is this deeper shimmer right here, on the same Cliona brush. I'm gonna put that shimmer more on the outer portion of the eye here. I'm gonna try not to cover up this like reddish brown, but ultimately if I do, it's okay. I can always kind of re-intensify it later. And then on the inner portion, I'm gonna go with Berry Cool, which again is a bear embossing. I don't know if you can see it or not with the little ski mask. I'm just gonna use the opposite side of that same brush. That gold is stunning. It's so pretty. Oh, I really like gold going into blue. I feel like that's a perfect way for me, someone who doesn't like all blue looks, to incorporate blue and get kind of like the nice jewel tone of the blue without me feeling like it's too grandma old blue looking. And I'm gonna go back with that first brush and just, you know, make sure the crease is good here. Back with Snow Bunny again, that more pastel blue. I do want to add a little bit back of, for Fox's sakes, the reddish brown out here and under here with my JS6 again, blending it in with the Nomad matte blue down here. And yeah, I think that is a really pretty but unique look to me personally. The last thing I'm going to do is use my lovely Storybook Cosmetics angled brush, and I'm just going to use it to go into that same navy blue Nomad and just make sure that I've got some liner like all the way to the inner portion of the eye, because I do like it to go all the way across, and just feel like I have a bit of a liner here to go with the look. And I will be careful not to like go too high up from my lash line, because I don't want to cover up, for Fox's sake, that like reddish brown. I like that little streak in there. So I'm gonna do that, curl my lashes, you know, do mascara, put on a lip and all that, and I will be back to show you the final look. Alright guys, and here is the final look here for look number 1. Again, I really think this is unique. I have done gold and blue before, but I've never done it with like this little reddish brown right here. I hope you guys can see it, that little peeking through there. I don't know. It's got the same reddish brown tone as like I went with the Laura Lee Los Angeles Spicy Pink. I used it in look number 2 as well. I just really like this shade of lip. Let's go ahead and get into look number 2 so we can get a closer look at the duochrome in this palette. So first, I think I'm going to go into the shade Après-Ski, this like kind of minty-ish green, and I'm going to do that with an Ace Beauté P1 brush. I do already have eyeshadow primer on. I use eyeshadow primer with every single eyeshadow I ever use. Holy pigmentation, was not expecting that. I thought this would be a little more sheer, so I'm just going to use what's left on my brush on the other side here to try to spread it out between them. But like I was saying, I use eyeshadow primer with every single eyeshadow I use, so I'm not doing anything like different or special with this particular eyeshadow. Wow, that is just a lot more pigmented than I was expecting for a like transition crease shade, was kind of what I was going for, but that's okay. We're just gonna take a minute with this bigger fluffy blending brush and diffuse that so that it isn't quite as opaque as it originally was. But very good to know that you could have that opaque of a kind of lighter, like it's almost like a muted pastel, I guess is the best way that I would describe this shade, which means probably Snow Bunny next to it, that blue one. They look similar in pan, so I'm guessing that's going to be a similar deal on the eye. Okay, next up on a Morphe JS6, I'm going to go into Bucking Great, which, as always guys, can we just take a minute to appreciate the embossings? Nomad kills it with their embossings every time. I'm going in here with the Bucking Great, of course, which is the little like deer mousse type thing, but it's got little like ski goggles on, and we've also got like skiing things, bunnies, foxes, like a little ski lift, all kinds of just cool custom embossings in here that truly I do hate messing up when I use the product. Okay, this one has a lot of kick up in the pan. It's kind of getting all over the place, so I'm going to tap it really, really good because I do usually do my complexion first. And I'm just going to do a little of that. I barely put any on my brush, which I'm glad because it seems like these are super pigmented. Like honestly more than some other Nomad palettes I have used. Like definitely more pigmented mattes than the America's Park palette that I used recently. I'll leave my 3 Looks 1 palette video linked if you're interested. By the way, in that video I said that that wasn't available anymore. Truly didn't think it was. But Nomad just recently put on their Instagram that they do have that palette available in like their vault sets. And I think they said they have like 24 vault sets left and then it'll be gone. So I guess you can still get that palette if you want. You just have to get it in that like vault set. It's gone as far as like an individual one. So I wanted to update you guys and let you know on that in case you were really bumming out about missing that one and wanted it. Okay, we are laying down some Ulta glitter glue. Just taking a flat Cleona brush that I have to do this. And then we are going to use, I think, just one shimmer all over the eye today because there's this cool like duochrome looking shade that I really want to let it live. Duo and multi-chromes, like usually you can see the shift better if you have that over more surface area than just a little bit. So we're going to go in with Ski Bum down here, and it looks to be a blue/pink shade. So I'm going to take that same Cleona brush that's still kind of sticky from the glitter glue that we just placed, and I'm going to pick some of that up on the brush. The tackiness of the glitter glue on the brush too, I always feel like helps shades that maybe wouldn't pick up well on a dry brush. And I'm just going to pack that. Oh, that's really pretty. I usually don't do this like combo, but I thought it would be really cool to do like the purple, not purple, it's like a deep blue indigo kind of shade with a pink shift into the greens. I don't feel like that's a combination I do or see that much, so I just thought it would be something interesting and different to do today. That is beautiful, and honestly I'm kind of surprised at how well it's like transitioning into the green. It's not like a weird harsh separation, I don't think. And if you do feel like there's a separation, you can always go in with that brush if you're doing like a deepening out shade and just kind of reiterate or blend along the line there. I personally always like to go back to the first like fluffy brush too and go in the crease because I feel like the crease shade gets lost a lot, and that can help to not make it too harsh of a line there unless you want it to be like a distinct cut crease. Okay, next I'm going to take this, tossed it. It's like weighted, so I threw it a little bit here. I'm going to take this from Storybook Cosmetics. It's just like an angled liner brush, and I'm going to try to see if Gone Skiing, this brown, is deep enough to do a shadow liner. If not, I might have to go into Ski Out, which is just a black. Yeah, since this palette is so pigmented when it comes to the mattes, this brown is really showing up quite nicely. Awesome. Okay, so now in the inner corner, I'm going to go with my Ace Beauté Paletopoly, that's so hard to say, P4 brush, and I'm going to go into Powder Specialist. It kind of looks white in the pan, but I think it's got a little bit of a like bluey or pinky shift, one of the two, which I think will go nice with the duochrome we have going on. It's a little pinky, I think, is what I'm seeing. I think what's going to look really nice is I'm going to do a little bit of the LA Girl Baby Pink Pastel Dream Auto Liner. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I'm going to do some like curl my lashes, mascara. I'm also going to do setting spray, and I'm going to use that same shade I used on my inner corner as a face highlighter just to see how that works, because I've used Nomad's formula for that before and it's worked okay. It doesn't have too opaque of a base. I think it'll look nice. A lip, like totally finish off the look, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. Alright guys, so I went with Spicy Pink the shade Florally Los Angeles Liquid Lipstick. Here is the final look. What do you guys think? I really like the combination of the duochrome with the green. I do. I think it turned out so well. And I'm really liking this new top I have on. It's one of those that like buckles into your pants, like underneath you, like it's not a onesie, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's just got like a little peekaboo section right here. Wes got me this for Christmas from Cider, and I'm really liking how this all turned out. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the look. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if so, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!